Hey, what is going on YouTubies? What's up Team Heart? I think I'm gonna do a heavy audio edit on this video as the ocean was way louder than me. I'm here at the beautiful Caribbean coast of Mexico, or Mexico if you want to call it probably the correct way. And this is Cancun, and you can see the beautiful blue Caribbean waters. And right now there is a lot of sun which is glaring at us. So if I turn to face it, it's really sharp, and that's a good time to test my new ND filters from KNF Concept. Usually I'm not in a habit of carrying any filters for quite some time because I feel it's annoying to carry more and more stuff during your travel, but over time I felt like this is slowly becoming a necessity, especially to avoid heavily exposed footage of beautiful places like this, which your eyes can see better or your cameras white out the whole details, overexposed. So ND filters really help. Before using NDs, what I used to do is I used to use my sunglasses and I would overlay my sunglasses on the lens like this, but it's hard to hold on to. I keep smudging my glasses, I keep moving it, I cause glares, and sometimes I drop my glasses, so that ends up scratching my glasses on the ground. So that's how I finally gave in to buying more stuff that I really kinda hate doing. Anyway, so this is the K&F ND filters for the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. So let's open it and see if that makes any difference. I have 4 filters in here. One's a CPL, which means circular polarizer, and I'll show you what that does in a bit. And the rest of them are NDs. So we'll switch them over one by one and see how it looks. Now I'm gonna also move behind the camera so you can enjoy the scene. Now first off, let's try the CPL filter. See this has a ring that you can turn, and by turning it you can increase or decrease the amount of filtering that this does. But what does a CPL really do? This filter helps you selectively block polarized light and it reduces reflection in your shot. Now that's a bunch of words, but if you want to see it, it's sort of like polarized sunglasses, and this is what you'd want to use it for. If you're shooting something like a water surface, just like you're seeing here, or glass buildings or any reflective surfaces. On reflective surfaces, cameras keep blowing out the details, so this can help you. Check how turning this ring or dial makes the surface reflections of the water change. Now after seeing this output, all the old footage that I have, which I thought I'll edit later, looks bad to me now because I wasn't using this filter on my older cameras, probably didn't have them back then. And I do have a lot of ocean shore footage, and I don't know, they all may just go to waste now. I'm just not feeling like it. Now let's move on to ND filters. ND means neutral density, and this can reduce the amount of light coming into the camera. So if you're capturing, say, anything in really bright sun like today, which in turn also helps you play with the shutter speed and apertures so that you can have a nice motion blur, which I'm not demonstrating in this shot, but later I'll show you this during motovlogging someday. You got to remember that the number after the ND denotes how strong the filter is in simple terms. So here's ND8 and here's the comparison to having no filter. Now switching it out, here's how the ND16 looks, and here's the comparison to having nothing. After that, here's how the ND32 looks comparison to plain footage. So after seeing this output, what do you guys think? Which one looks better, and do you think you will go and use an ND filter or a CPL filter after this? I would say it's all about finding the balance based on how bright or dull your natural daylight is. For example, for now, of all the filters that I have, I think I'm gonna use the ND16 because ND32 might be a little bit too dark and ND8 isn't strong enough for this bright sun today. The Caribbean Sea is so beautiful, but I'm actually starting to sweat just by making this small video. It's really hot. In fact, the filter lenses have also gotten pretty hot just by sitting there. So I'll do some more tests some other day when there is afternoon sun right above water. And also when I get back to United States, we can do a motovlogging test too, where you can see how to get a good motion blur on your riding footage. Now if there's one thing that I don't enjoy about ND filters, it's that I don't like to screw it on and off. That's very impractical, tedious, and there's always risk of dropping these filters during travel. So I might actually just return these filters and buy the ones that can snap on instead of screw on. For now though, since DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro is a new camera in the market, I did not really find snap-on filters when I bought them. Hopefully soon either K&F or Neewer or somebody will release snap-on filters, and my advice would be to buy those instead of these. I will update the video description with links when they become available. And one more thing, check this out. When I walk back inside the room, how does an ND16 get balanced out by the camera? My face might be a little darker over here, but you can see somebody in the reflection of my glasses. She's angry. I was not supposed to be vlogging on this personal trip, so I gotta do my videos later. Bye.